Ahsoka Tano's departure from the Jedi Order is what a lot of people believe highly contributed to the fall of Anakin Skywalker. Today, at the suggestion of A&B Productions, I'll be giving my thoughts on what Revenge of the Sith would have turned out like if Ahsoka had instead decided to stay with the Jedi Order. Now, before I jump into the events of Revenge of the Sith, I really want to begin with what would occur for Tano and Skywalker before everything began to play out. I believe that Ahsoka would have become the third Jedi ever, behind Anakin and Obi-Wan, to achieve the rank of Jedi Knight without completing her trials, due to her endurance during the events caused by Barriss Offee. I would also think that Anakin would choose to tell Ahsoka about his relationship with Padme, and this is why. Anakin had little trust for most Jedi, even Obi-Wan at times, but he was incredibly close to Ahsoka, so close that you could say he considered her as a sister or even daughter. So after an ordeal like the Barriss Offee saga, where he almost lost his former apprentice, Anakin would feel more protective and close to her. Even for Ahsoka, Anakin was really the only Jedi that trusted her and refused to believe that she did the actions that were done until it was 100% proven that she in fact did them. So trust had been an all-time high for both parties. Now, something else Ahsoka will get a peek into will be the relationship between Anakin and Palpatine, which she wouldn't say anything about early on, but would for sure linger in the back of her mind. Now we jump into the events of Revenge of the Sith, where the first real change happens. Keep in mind that Maul at this time is still at Mandalore, while Palpatine is kidnapped by the Trade Federation. It is my belief that the Jedi Council would send Obi-Wan to Mandalore and summon Anakin and Ahsoka to rescue the Chancellor. This is where they would encounter Grievous and later duel Dooku in front of Chancellor Palpatine. The duel would play out slightly similar to how it did in Revenge of the Sith, with Ahsoka being injured but not incapacitated like Obi-Wan had been. She would see Anakin stand before a handless Dooku and hear Palpatine tell Anakin to kill Dooku, and she would witness this act. She would grow even more worrisome of the relationship between Palpatine and Anakin as Skywalker helps her up and the three escape. Now I want to dive into the problems that arise when Palpatine wishes that Anakin be made a Jedi Master and a member of the Jedi Council. Anakin would be enraged by the decline of his mastership but approval to the Jedi Council and confide in Tano about his grievances. Ahsoka would then find this to be the time to warn her former master about Palpatine. She would say that she fears Anakin is letting the Chancellor influence his thinking more than it should. Anakin would be almost offended by this, telling Ahsoka that the Chancellor is a good man, and he trusted her beliefs at one point, and that now she's to trust his. It has now reached a point where the Council has learned that General Grievous has settled on Utapau, and debated who to send. They would make note that Kenobi was still on Mandalore dealing with Maul's insurgents. Anakin would chime in that the Chancellor wishes that he leads the campaign. The Council would shut it down, and Master Ki-Adi-Mundi would suggest Ahsoka be chosen, stating that she has had multiple encounters with Grievous in the past. The Council agreed and told Anakin to inform Ahsoka of the Council's decision, to send her to defeat Grievous. Anakin would then take the time to apologize to Ahsoka, telling her that he is proud of the Jedi she had become and was deeply thankful that she stayed with him and the Jedi. The two would embrace before she made way to Utapau, leaving Anakin to himself on Coruscant. Ahsoka would take half of the 5 of First Legion, which included Captain Rex, to Utapau and defeat Grievous. And after Maul escaped him on Mandalore, Obi-Wan would soon arrive with Cody and the 212 to clear out what remained of the droid army, while Ahsoka returned to Coruscant. While all of this occurred, Anakin would find out the truth behind Palpatine. He would attempt to arrest him, but leave to consult with the Council. On the way back to the temple, all Anakin could think about was how Ahsoka was right, how he wishes he would have believed her, but still intrigued by Palpatine's promise to show him to cheat death. Nevertheless, he informed Master Windu, which leads to the same events as they played out in Episode 3, with Order 66 taking place and Anakin falling to the dark side. I know some might disagree, but you have to keep in mind that regardless of those close to him, Anakin wanted to save Padme above all else, which is why he would still fall to Palpatine's persuasion. Ahsoka would be saved from Order 66 by Captain Rex and regroup with Obi-Wan and Yoda, worrying about what would happen with Anakin. They would soon find out through the security recordings that Anakin had fallen to the dark side thanks to Palpatine. Yoda would tell Kenobi and Ahsoka that the friend they once knew was gone, and he was consumed by Darth Vader. Obi-Wan couldn't bring himself to fight his old friend at first, but Ahsoka was more than prepared. She would tell Kenobi that she feels responsible for what happened to Anakin, and Kenobi would chime in saying that he shares the responsibility as well. This is where Ahsoka would choose to tell Obi-Wan about the relationship between Padme and Anakin. This would lead them to go to Padme and find out where Anakin was, so they could deal with him, but not telling Padme what would happen at the request of Ahsoka due to her friendship with the Senator. They would make way to Mustafar, where the 3 former friends would duel across the lava planet, leading to one final moment between Anakin and Ahsoka where he would overpower her, and Anakin would prepare to strike his former apprentice down, but stop. He would look her in the eye and say, "Go now, and don't come back." Ahsoka, who lost both her sabers, will look her master in the eyes, which are pure yellow, one final time, and run while the duel between Obi-Wan and Anakin raged on. This is personally what I think happened if Ahsoka stayed with the Jedi Order. Anakin would still fall to the dark side and still become Darth Vader, still lose to Obi-Wan and Mustafar, but he would choose to spare Ahsoka because of the relationship that the two shared. Out of every surviving member of the Jedi, it was definitely obvious that Anakin and Ahsoka were the closest, and this is where I think he would choose to spare her. I want to thank A&B Productions again for the suggestion, and if any of you have a suggestion for a what if scenario, feel free to put them down in the comment section below, and yours might very well be selected and elaborated on. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and share it with your friends to get them in on the conversation. If you haven't already, subscribe to the Marauders Guild and ring the bell so you're notified of whenever we upload. Hope you all consider making this your new home for Star Wars. Until the next time, may the force of others be with you.